Hey, you've been working really hard on science, and I wanted to show you how to prepare your poster paper for your Newton's three laws of motion. And so you just take a plain piece of paper. I took a plain computer paper, and I want you to fold it into four pieces. So you're going to first fold it in half, like a hamburger is what I call it. Line up the edges, and then just give your thumb a really quick run across the edge, and then I want you to just fold it in half again. So take it this way, and this will create four sections. So then I want you to open it back up, and you see the lines, and then I want you to take a black crayon or a black marker. You can use a ruler. Right now I'm not going to, and I'm just going to separate my paper into four even pieces, and the black line helps me see the sections a lot clearer. All right, so you folded your paper into four sections, you unfolded it, and then the next thing you did was take your black crayon or your marker or your colored pencil and make a nice dark line making those four sections. In this top left corner, you are going to be writing the title of this poster. Now you can do it in 3D pieces. I'm going to kind of try to show you something without showing you my other papers. I tried to do 3D up in the corner, up in the left-hand corner. You can write it any way you want. Be careful, be creative, be colorful. Of course, I did mine in green, and so I did Newton's three laws of motion, and that's what goes up in that top left-hand corner, the title. Then, in the upper right-hand corner, you're just going to write first law. You can see I was doing something here and I made a mistake, so just ignore that. But first law, I made it a different color so it stands out. And then I'm covering this. On the bottom over here, in the bottom left corner, I put second law. And there was a formula in my book, and this is a scientific math formula for how you figure out this second law of motion. And then down here, you're going to put the third law, okay? And it says, I kind of wrote, put forces come in pairs because I read that as well. You don't have to put that there, but I saw it in my book. And notice I made that a different color. Now, the reason I'm hiding it is because I was doing it as a sample part way, and I didn't want you to see all my answers. So in this corner, Newton's three laws of motion. You can make it a really fancy title. I know some of you are really good and creative at that. Up here, you're going to put first law and make that creative and colorful. Over here in the bottom left, you're going to put second law, and then down here, you're going to put third law. And then down in this bottom half, now I'm just going to make squiggly lines, but make believe I looked in my book and I found out what was the first law of motion. Again, I'm just going to put first law here so that you know what I'm talking about. And then I wrote blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. Please don't write blah, blah, blah on your paper. Then over here, you're going to do the second law. All right, and this is, I should put this up here, so Newton's three laws of motion. Of course, you're going to do it fancier and more colorful, like I showed you on my colored one, but this helps you see what you need in each section. And then you're going to look in your book, and you're going to write down exactly what the second law of motion is, blah, 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 and that's where you're going to write it. And then the last corner on the bottom right, you're going to do the third law. And then you're going to do blah, 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 blah. You're going to write all those laws. Now, this empty space in here is where you're going to draw a picture of something to demonstrate that law. All right, so for instance, this first one is about an object being at rest, staying at rest, and an object in motion, staying in motion. Now, that's my summarized version. You're going to write it word for word from your book. Draw a picture of something in here that represents what that law means. Okay? Same thing with this one. You're going to read what it means, and you're going to draw me a little picture, colored picture, please. And then I can't wait to share some of your posters with each other. We'll do that again in class next week. And third law, same thing. Draw some kind of picture to represent And I made you do it on a small paper because I don't expect you to spend a whole lot of time creating this humongous artwork. You have enough artwork to do for Mrs. Martin. So first law, second law, third law, just be a little creative, you know, kind of like I tried to do with mine. I'm doing it sideways so you can't see my law that I wrote there. But I made it colorful. Do you see how that stands out so much nicer than that? Okay, so that's your job. I want you to work on that. And if you have any questions, be sure to contact me and I'll help you any way I can. All right, good luck.